Welcome to Try Right. Today we will be learning the inheritance and super keyword. Inheritance is a concept in OOPS which allows a class to inherit field and methods from another class. This promotes code reusability and hierarchical classifications. The key concepts of inheritance are as follows. Extend keywords. Extend keyword. It uses a keyword, extend keyword, which is used to inherit a class. Single inheritance. Java supports only single inheritance with a class. We can see very well this example in diamond format. Method overloading. Now there comes a third concept called method overloading. A subclass can provide a specific implementation of a method already defined in its superclass. A subclass which can provide a specific implementation of a method already defined in a superclass. This is method overriding. Yeah, we have studied this concept in the previous classes only, overriding and overloading. Now super keyword. This refers to the superclass. Super keyword, it refers to the superclass and can be used to access the members, methods, constructor or fields. Super keyword, it helps us to extend and go up to the super classes, method, constructors or fields. Now coming to the fifth concept, we know constructors are not inherited. Constructor cannot be inherited. They don't have a return type and cannot be inherited. Constructor, but they can be a superclass, but they can be a subclass. Constructor can be a subclass. Constructor can call superclass constructor using super method. Now coming to the super keyword. Super keyword is a reference variable used inside a subclass to refer to its immediate parent class. It just refers to the immediate parent class, that is of the superclass. It is used to inherit members, that is method, variable and constructor. Super keyword helps us to inherit methods, variable and constructors of parent class that are overridden or overhidden. They can be overridden or overhidden. The uses of super keyword are as follows. To access superclass methods, that is usually done when they are overridden. When methods or block of codes are overridden, super keywords help us in calling them, accessing them. Now, to access superclass constructor, it helps us in this super keyword helps us in accessing the superclass constructor. This super keyword also helps superclass fields. To access this super keyword helps to access superclass fields, that is when overridden by superclass fields. Now here comes the task. Take the task as vehicle. We have to create a vehicle class and extend it with another car and bike class. Extend a class vehicle, create a class vehicle and extend it with car and bike. For this, we will go to Eclipse. Yeah. Now here there is a class called vehicle. It's in the package try right, because I'm making all these things in the package try right. There is a class vehicle which is having the field or attributes as string brand and interior. This is a vehicle constructor. Parameterized constructor having vehicle parameters as string brand and interior. We are assigning this with dot operator. This dot brand equal brand, and this dot here equal year. Now there is another start method. This is a start method printing vehicle is starting, and there is another stop method printing vehicle is stopping. And now there is small display info also. Method display info. This will be printing the brand and the year. Now we are having the main method. We are constructing a main method. Here in this main method, the vehicle try, this will be in the package try write only, but this method will be made differently. The class vehicle, here we are making the main method. So here the class vehicle, yeah, this is the main method. Yeah, sorry, this is the main method. Public bike, this is a constructor which is having the parameters as string brand int here and boolean carrier and boolean has carrier. So coming to this program, we will be going through different phases and afterwards we will be finding the values here. Everything will be according to this main method only. For here we have this, so we have the other constructor super constructor, which is already made in the main class. The constructor appears to be a part of class named bike. This constructor appears to be the part of the main class bike, which is a subclass because this bike lies inside another class vehicle. Yeah, another class vehicle that has constructor accepting brand and year. This has constructor accepting brand and year. This inside this class lies inside another class, and that has accepting brand and year. The bike class extends a superclass. The bike class extends a superclass which has a constructor like vehicle, which has, as already told, it has a superclass vehicle. Has carrier is a boolean field in the bike class indicating whether the bike has a carrier or not, has a carrier or not, which we are assigning it here. Yeah. Now start this start method. This bike class is likely overriding the start method from its superclass. This bike class which is overriding the method from its superclass. We have the vehicle class. It has also a start method. Yeah, very easily we can see that it is overriding this method. Now coming to the bike info start. The bike class is likely to override this start method or an interface. Now start has specific behavior, that is starting a bike. Now display info. We have the display info method. We have the display info bike info. Yeah, display info, which has a display info method. This bike info, this method has a display info method, and which is defined in the superclass. We can see that in the superclass, in the vehicle superclass display info. This is defined in the superclass. And displays bike information. That then it prints out bike specific information, whether it has carrier. This display info, this int display info. We can very well see that this display info, it has a system.out.println line which displays the bike has a carrier or not. It displays bike has a carrier or not. Then prints out bike specific information, whether it has carrier or not, as likely a field defined in the bike class, this has carrier is a field which is defined in the bike class, So after running this program, we will get the values. After running the console will show us the value. Yeah, because in the main class, after running this program in the main class, yeah, in the main class, yeah, here in the main class, we are making an object of this car. Having the new keyword, and we are assigning the parameters as Toyota. 2020 is the year name, and the 4, which is int brand Toyota, year is 2020. Yeah, which we very well can see that, and that 4 is has carrier or not. Yeah. To start to car.start, this is the method being called by this object dot method name. This is a display info method, which is being called by the object dot method name. This car.stop is also a method which is being called by object, this method is being called by object car, has a object name. Yeah. Now we are moving to the next line. For moving to the next line, we are using this line. And now car bike, we are making an object of this bike. We are making an object of this bike with this new keyword, which has Yamaha 2020 and the carrier and the carrier part. This is also a carrier part. This is the carrier part. Now here we are making this bike, we are calling this method. Here we are calling this method start with the help of this object bike. We are calling this start method with the help of this object bike, and similarly this display info method with the help of this bike, with the help of this object bike, and similarly the stop method with this stop method is called by the info in object bike. So all these values are very well written and easily can be seen on the console. We have the public class which is made in different file, and we have the main class which is made in different file. We have the public class which is made in different file, and we have the main class which is made in different class. And these extending classes, they are made here only. Now we can very well see the output, the brand Toyota year 2020, and the number of doors 4, because bike can have a carrier and the car can have a door. The Toyota has 4 doors, and vehicle is stopping. This is the stopping method. Here. Now this is showing for the bike. The bike is starting, and now the brand Yamaha and year 2022, and has display info. This will show the info. Bike carrier, it has carrier, that is showing value true. And for the stop, it is showing that vehicle is stopping. We have already seen these methods. Now thank you. Now moving on to next part, we'll be again making a task. We will be again taking a task, using inheritance to define employee, manager, and developer. We'll be using inheritance to define employee, manager, and developer. Likewise, we are making the employee class here. The employee class is defined with having protected, which having a variable protected string, so that other cannot intervene this class. So this protected string name, protected string ID, and protected double string. These are made as protected. Means nobody can change this. Only the programmer can do this. And this has having the employee method accepting the name, string name, int ID, and double salary. And using this dot name equals name, we are assigning this with the help of dot keyword. And this is a method display info. It will be displaying all the required information provided. Now we will be calling the main class for this. This comes to the main class. This package only. This class manager extends employee class only, and it displays info. Private string department. Department is a field which is displayed here. The public manager is a constructor. Which is already defined in the main class, and which has a name, string name, which is accepting the parameters like this. And super, and this is this is also a constructor being present in the variables which are present in the main employee class, name, ID, and salary. And this department is equal department. Here we are assigning this department by the name of the department which we are providing here. Now we are overriding display info, which will show us the info that we have provided here. And likewise we have this developer extending the employee class. We have the developer class extending employee class. This it is having a variable private string programming language. Now public developer is a constructor. which is having the parameters as int name, string name, int id, double salary, and string programming language. Now super is the main. This is referring to the super constructor. Super constructor which is already present in the main class employee, and this is having the name, id, and salary. And this dot programming, which this dot programming is the programming language which we are assigning here, and then we are finally assigning to the programming language in this constructor. Now we are overriding display info. Display info to show the various information being provided. Display info to show the various information provided. Plus system.out printer in the programming language that is being used, that is being provided here also. That is being provided here. Yeah. Now this is the main class. Here we are making the manager object. And we are providing the values as Alice 1001 and 90,000 and IT is the department. Yeah, we are providing this value, and we are making this object new developer. We are making the object for this developer and providing the reference various values here: Bob 1001, 80,000, and Java. And finally we are calling this method. We are calling this system.manager info. We are calling this method display info, and display info here for different parts for this manager class and this developer class. We are making the objects. Manager class is object and calling this method, and this developer class object is calling this developer display info object here. Similarly, we have to run this program. We will be seeing the output. Yeah, very well here. Here it is showing the salary is this much and the department is IT. Yeah, department is IT. And similarly, this developer info, and showing this display options. Like here, you have the employee ID 1002, and the name is Bob, and the salary is 80,000. Yeah, and the programming language is Java. So very well, thanks. We'll meet in the next class.